I'm going to change the oil in this 2008 Jeep Wrangler JK. Should be a piece of cake. Alright, so here's pretty much everything you'll need. I got some oil, got some 5W30 dinosaur oil. I haven't gone with the synthetic stuff on this Jeep. The way I look at it, as far as brand, quality of oil, not really too big of a deal. The biggest thing is just to change your oil regularly. My opinion anyway, just one man's. So I got the oil, I got the oil filter, Fram. Again, not the greatest brand, but I like the grip, the Sure grip on the bottom of it. I got some plastic bags, some work gloves, socket set, and my oil change pan. I think that was maybe like 10 bucks. I think it's worth it though. It makes it pretty easy. It's got a big area to collect the oil, and then you can just pour it all out through that little spout there. Makes it pretty easy, and some cardboard that we'll put under the Jeep here in a moment. Alright, so we're under the Jeep now. It's so easy with the Wrangler because it sits up so high. You don't need the ramps or jack stands or any of that. Here's your oil pan. The 08 Wrangler has a half-inch oil plug. So I got my half-inch socket here, and I got my oil changing pan under here, centered under the plug where the oil is going to come kind of pouring out. And I got my cardboard down here just in case there's any splashing. So now I'm going to pull that plug out. I use my socket to pop this off, loosen it a little bit. So now we just need to twist it off of there. It popped loose real easy because I changed the oil myself last time. I didn't use any hydraulic tools or anything. So now we're just going to loosen this, and soon we're going to have a large stream of oil. There we go. And it's draining nicely into our oil pan. This has been draining now for about 10-15 minutes. It's now gotten to a drip instead of a stream, which pretty much indicates it's done. So at this point I'm going to put the plug back in there and clean the oil up off the oil pan, and then get to work on the filter. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is change the filter. I got a light in here just so we can see a little better what's going on. The Wrangler is so easy to work on. There's so much room here in the engine compartment. So that's our filter there. That's a frame I put on last time. Like I said, I like the frames because of this rubber grip. Makes it really easy to pull off of there. So what I did is I put our oil changing pan down there with the cardboard. Lined it up so that the oil filter, when I pull it off of there, the oil will just drop down right into the oil changing pan. So let's see here. Got a hold of the grip. Just twist it off of here. And you can hear the oil dropping down into the oil changing pan. And I'm just going to twist this filter off with the bag in my hand. Hopefully I can do this with a camera in one hand. Alright, so I used my other hand and grabbed the rest of that bag and put it inside this other bag. So the oil filter's in that one bag down in there. And then that'll keep the oil from getting all over the place because that filter's full of oil. And you can see that we have oil kind of splashed around down here. I got some rags. I'm just going to clean that stuff up. Okay, next thing we're going to do is prep our new filter. Here's our Fram filter. I'm just going to pull it out of the box here. And what we want to do is I opened our new oil up. Just stick your finger in there, get it nice and oily. And then just put some oil in here in the threads and around the seal. This is cool. I've never changed the oil with one hand before. And then we're just going to take this, and it just fits on here nice and easy. No angle, real easy to access. And the Wrangler's just a piece of cake. So I'm just going to twist this on. There we go. Get it so it's nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten it because this filter expands when the oil heats up. You don't want it to crack or anything. So that should be good enough right there. Alright, once we have the oil filter on nice and securely, and we have the, of course, have the oil plug back in the oil pan down underneath the Jeep, we can put our new oil in. Here's our engine oil cap right here. Just pop this off. Just set that down. Put the filter in here, and then I'm just gonna fill it up with oil. The 08 Wrangler will hold 6 quarts maximum if you check the manual. Usually they say 5 quarts. This is apparently 5+ quarts. So what I'll do is I'll put almost all of it in, check the level, and then probably pour the rest of it in. It should be about the right amount if we put this in. So I checked my oil level, everything came out okay. Sorry I couldn't really show you, it took 2 hands to do it. So I just started up the Wrangler and I'm going to let it run for a little bit and check for any leaks. But there's really no reason we'd have any, so that's pretty much how it's done. That's how you change the oil on a 2008 Jeep Wrangler JK.